everybody. I'm Patrick. This is Up the Gut live, and it is a New Year's miracle. So before we get too into it, I'm going to bring in Matthew Ehlers. Matt, what's happening?
You can see me now.
I can't see you, and it's just so beautiful. So what do you think? What's going on? Do you know why? This is a New Year's miracle?
Because the Bills are NFC East champions?
No, it's because I actually let a Patriots fan on the show. Not yet, but it's going to happen.
I thought that was less a miracle than just you being unbiased.
Oh, I'm always biased. I've never pretended not to be. We always knew that I would be biased.
That's true.
All right. Well, I suppose we should dip into the show the only way I know how to dip into this show. Where do we stand on Archibald?
I mean, it's still not my name.
So. Are you sure?
100%.
But if it's not your name, then why is there an A there?
Because you had somebody make the new cards and didn't consult me on them.
No, I'm pretty sure that these were automatically done. They searched the U.S. database. They found all your information from government websites, and there they are. Matthew A. Ehlers. The A is for Archibald.
Well, that's weird because all of my government paperwork has an F there.
You got the wrong government paperwork then.
For 37 years?
You're 37? Gosh, you're old. Whew. All right, well, so if we're not going to be down with the Matthew A. Ehlers, can we at least figure out who the best team in football is?
It could be the Bills.
It could be. They definitely look like they've been playing the best football.
But if the Packers can finish out the rest of the postseason and everything the way they played this week, which we'll get into later, they could be the best team in football.
No, they definitely played good, and they didn't play at all like what you thought. I mean, it's funny because they held Derrick Henry. They held him to 98 yards, but that was an accomplishment.
That's a huge accomplishment. The fact that he didn't run through for 250 on us in the snow made me so happy. Indeed, he is.
Sorry.
And with Patrick Mahomes resting this week.
Patrick Mahomes is resting? Has that come out?
Yes, he is resting. So, and Rodgers has to play because we still have to clinch the 1 seed. So that's just more time to pad his stats. So Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to say it now, is your 2020 NFL MVP.
I agree. I don't want to because after the performance of Josh Allen, he might be making the case. But what's Aaron Rodgers at? 44 touchdowns, 5 interceptions?
Yep.
I mean, that dude is slinging it, and it's Devontae Adams. That's it.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. Him and Tanyan coming out of nowhere is a big-time tight end. But unless Rodgers just really, really shits the bed against Chicago this week, which I don't see happening, he should win the MVP.
Everybody seems to think the Chiefs is the best team in football. They may have the best record, but did you not watch the Falcons game? I mean, I did. I watched it.
Yeah, I watched it.
All right. Well, before we get –
I was lucky that pick got dropped. That's all I'm going to say.
There's like 2 or 3 picks that got dropped. They limped themselves out of that game. It should have gone into overtime at the minimum. Anyway, we'll get into it. We're going to review the week, but do you want to introduce our guest?
Yes. He is my roommate and too young to remember when the Patriots were terrible. Vernon Brown.
Hey, Vernon, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Welcome to Up the Gut.
Not too much. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for having me here.
No, I appreciate you being on. Like I said, it is a New Year's miracle. No one ever expected I would allow a Patriots fan on here, but it's all right because I got the hat.
Exactly. Yours says champions.
It does this time around. It's been a while. We had a term. I guess you were too young to remember our run as champions, but
I've seen the history, and I got something to say about that actually for you. But
all right, well,
Yeah.
Tell me.
We'll get there if you want. If you want to start with that. One of my biggest fears the whole season is actually something I was telling Ahlers a little bit ago here. I was like, I can't stand to watch another Chip Kelly situation. I went back and I watched footage, becoming a fan of football that I wasn't there for, and you look at that stuff and you're like, oh shit. Like Jim Kelly, he said that he never watches any of his old highlights.
Mm-hmm.
He refuses it because it hurts so much to go back to back to back and L out every single time.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, the Bills don't deserve that a fifth time. So if you guys make a deep run, I'm like, little brother deserves the round. Okay, like it's about time. So I'm all for cheering them on, unless they play, and there's a caveat there in the AFC. If they play the Steelers, that's my mama's favorite team, so I'm gonna cheer for her.
Well, we already beat them once, so
the way the Steelers are playing, it could be a wholesale ass beating, and everything's actually like marked 10% down. Okay, like.
So
it's kind of funny when you say that.
Never win again until the sun burns out, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, no, I mean Stephon Diggs alone will open him up like all the way. Like they're gonna have to have Minkah Fitzpatrick all over him all day.
So it's funny that you say, little brother deserves a chance, or they deserve their opportunity. Remember, 20 years ago, we said the same thing. 25 years ago, that's what we said. We're like, they'll take their time. So just remember that whenever Josh Allen goes on a 20-year run right now.
That'd be cool for you. Yeah, no, that would be. I actually joked. I was like, so the last time the Patriots lost was 2008 to the Dolphins in our division, and I was like, and then we went on an 11-year run. So who knows what we have in us? And before that, the Jets won in 2000? And we were on a 5-year run. So who knows? That we could still bounce back from this. We are set for a rebuild. The first time that Belichick's ever had to look at his roster and go, the word rebuild is actually poignant instead of reload. We can't meme about that anymore.
Pardon me, I have children running around my office. So that's why I disappeared for a second. Anyway, so you guys, we haven't won the division in 25 years. We've been middle of the pack forever. 7-9, 8-8, maybe a 9-7 when we're lucky. So, last year we were good. And I said it last year that even if your team would have stayed intact, which, a lot of people say Brady left and now they're horrible. No. How many people opted out because of COVID? How many people when Brady left? Van Noy, and who else went to Miami? You guys basically lost your entire team.
Yeah, we lost 3 free agents that were huge hits apiece. Van Noy decided he wants to be a Dolphin. Brady decides he wants to be a Buccaneer. I think Jamie Collins just up and split. I don't know where he went.
I don't know either.
But we got a compensatory pick for each of those guys on top of our 8 draft picks already. So that's fantastic.
Real quick, Jamie Collins is playing in Detroit.
He's a Lion.
Makes sense. That must be why they're so bad. It's all a Patriot's fault.
We're destructing everyone.
Patriot too.
He's just that coach.
Yeah, no, So is that something you can talk about that sucks this year? Is like the big reveal that if you're a Belichick disciple with like Bill O'Brien, Matt Patricia, if you're a Belichick underling, you suck.
Yeah, Josh McDaniels, whenever he tried coaching.
Vrabel wasn't a coach under him, though. Vrabel was a player.
He's just a player. It's the coaching tree that sucks. I mean, they usually have one decent year, and then they tank. I mean, there was Eric Mangini, Josh McDaniels. It's like Belichick doesn't share his secrets. They're like,
there's only one guy who's looking good, and that's the Dolphins, Brian Flores.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens there. But so far, so good.
This better not be the 1 year.
Yeah. So the only thing worse than coming out of a Belichick tree was being a Peyton Manning offensive coordinator. Yes. Those guys were never good coaches.
It's because they never had to do their job.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Adam Gates. Are you kidding me?
Oh, God, he's
Like-
awful.
I'm so happy he's with the Jets. They deserve each other, and the fact they refuse to fire him.
I think we have 3 words there. We talked about Adam Gase. Fuck that.
Adam Gase, he has been discussed a lot in this show.
How can you not?
So
Sure.
I was just going to say, Ehlers or Matt and I, we discussed this, but who is your best team in football?
All right,
Not an easy
so
one.
here's the truth be told. All right, I watch a lot of different NFL shows, like when they specifically go in on it. Like if they cover multiple things, like First Things First or something like that. Like Nick Wright is a huge basketball guy instead, but he still covers some football every now and then, especially when he's invited somewhere else. I drink a lot of the Colin Cowherd Kool-Aid, and I've been with that guy ever since like 5 weeks ago when he's put the Bills at second or first, and I think the Bills actually can do it. I think they are.
Mhm.
Kansas City, everyone has their rough patch, and I wonder if that's what's been said is correct, where they're just so star-powered that they actually that they're too cocky. They're like a Golden State Warriors situation where they're so talented that they don't go out and try hard every single time, and then they come back, and you're like, all right, well, this is what they are capable of doing every single time. They're never down.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that their rough patch is going to end up 15-1, 14-2.
Exactly.
I want that type of rough patch.
And that's a hard rough patch, right?
Okay, so we're going to take a second here, and we're just going to acknowledge that Joe Flacco is the official quarterback of Up the Gut.
No, he's not. We have never actually discussed this because we would never come to an agreement.
As 50% of Up the Gut and as the guy that makes the banners, Joe Flacco is the official quarterback of Up the Gut.
But he's not, though.
How did this happen?
Why? Why Joe?
Because he's amazing. He's the
Why
Mad
not
Bomber.
a better Joe? Why not Joe Burrow?
No, he's
Why?
no Joe Flacco. He can hope to one day be.
If you need a Joe specifically, because you're like a JoJo's fan or something, but
Joe Mixon
or Joe Montana.
No, it's Joe Flacco. Mad
Joe
Bomber.
Flacco. Joe Flacco's
He
not
dropped
even the official
dime.
quarterback of the Jets.
No, because it's because they're coached by Adam Gase. Any other coach would have started Joe Flacco, just like Brian Flores. He may have a good Dolphins team this year, but the dumbest decision he's made is ever starting Tua. If Fitzpatrick would have started, they might have won the division.
Very possible.
Joe Flacco didn't even start all the time in Denver.
No, because they were dumb. They fired that coach because they didn't start Joe Flacco.
If he's so great, why'd the Ravens get rid of him?
Because he was worth too much money.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Actually, it's
gosh.
because they got a spunky little fast guy that they wanted to have a running back at the quarterback position. And we know that Joe Flacco does not run.
True.
Yeah,
That's very true.
he's all pocket.
All right. We're going to hit up the comments real quick. Alex says Adam Gase is a moron. We can all get behind that.
Yeah.
We can almost get behind that as much as
Absolutely.
we all can agree that everybody loves Alex Smith.
Yeah. everyone
Yes.
does that.
Everybody loves Alex Smith and everybody hates Adam Gase.
Yep.
Even Adam
100%.
Gase's mom hates Adam Gase.
There's a lot that you could say you don't like some players for, but Peyton Manning, as good as he is, he unleashed Adam Gase on us, and I don't know if I'll forgive him for that.
How dare you, Peyton Manning? Like, of all the people, what was that one coach that he might have been a Lion or a Colt coach at some point. No, he was the Colts offensive coordinator. I think he went to the Lions. I can't remember his name, but he was just as bad as Adam Gase, and he kept getting jobs afterwards. Oh, I can stand that guy. Steelers be gone first round. I think everybody agreed to that.
I believe it.
But they
On
did
first-
step up and win a game that they shouldn't have, because I had all the faith in Philip Rivers because he's a dang old good quarterback, man, and he should have dang old won that game.
He's not a damn great quarterback.
It's
the problem.
the Steelers. I don't believe they're actually one and done immediately. I want to see what the matchup looks like. Whoever they're up against is going to really, really affect them.
I mean, I would have
And,
to
like-
put it up there, but I can't think of any of the potential playoff teams that I would put other than maybe the Browns. just because
they
it's
could beat the
divisional, but
Browns.
I think Ravens would beat them, and Browns should be able to beat them, given that their entire receiving core isn't gone.
Will beat them up.
But
Dolphins actually could match up. That's one of the things. If Ben decides to not do some of the more ridiculous Big Ben things in the last several years, like, I don't know, throwing into triple coverage, only singling out a single wide receiver per drive, and everyone starts to realize, hey, so this is apparently a Chase Claypool match, so go for him, and it's like, no. Let's let Juju play a little bit maybe, or I don't know, Vance McDonald.
Well, he will be rested up because also I have heard that Ben is rested this week. He will not be playing.
Oh.
This is going to be the funnest week to do picks, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't thought that one.
If only everybody's quarterbacks can be as smart as mine or Patrick's or the guy in Kansas City.
I think I said it. I said, as far as starting Josh Allen this last week, I said I wanted him to start him, let him take a quick lead, and then rest him. I would rather he was rested after halftime, but resting the fourth quarter, that was fine. Cole Beasley may be hurt, which that could be pretty rough, but otherwise we come out pretty unscathed. I mean, that Patriots defense didn't even get to Josh Allen. I think he was hit once, but no knockdowns.
Nope.
And that you can't let quarterbacks do that. Even Lamar Jackson, even he can complete some passes if you don't hit him.
Even Joe Flacco could complete passes if you don't
Joe
hit him.
Flacco could drop dimes 100 yards down the field with a flick of the wrist. Official quarterback.
Oh, yeah, no, he has a cannon. He has a cannon.
Official quarterback of up the gut.
Absolutely.
He's a cannon
Sorry.
No aiming reticle on it.
Let me go back to the comments. KC does play down to their opponents. By the way, this is Torm3nt3d Gam3ing. And if you guys check in on his channel afterwards, there is a link in the description. I will be playing him at Madden, and we're going to do the NFC division battle. So we'll play the Cowboys and the Giants and the Eagles and the football team. Just to see. And I hope that the Cowboys win and then the football team loses, because that would be great for me.
I'm the opposite. Complete opposite.
Well, I predicted the Cowboys to get to the Super Bowl, and this is like they should have no chance, but there is this much chance still. So
they're going to have no chance anyway once the playoffs start.
I just really want the Washington football team to be cemented into the NFL legacy for this season, because if you recall, a Washington Redskin tradition almost is historically, if it's a weird season for any reason, they show up in the history books, and whether it was successful or not. And I'm like, they deserve it again. Come back again. It's a weird year. That's their calling card.
Well, just remember, they fired the problem. Just like the Jets did. They fired the problem with their defensive coordinator. They fired the problem. It was Dwayne Haskins. He was losing all those games this year.
Just like Green Bay did 2 years ago.
Coaches. Don't look at the coaches. It was that one player that only started some of the games. Anyway,
real quick, I don't want the Cowboys to make it, because I don't want Mike McCarthy to have any more success ever.
Yeah, but is that really success? Sure, he made the playoffs, but it's going to be a 6-10 team.
It's still a division championship under his belt.
That's part of why I want him in the playoffs for that reason.
It's going to be asterisks on there forever. I mean, maybe it won't be, but I'll always remember it. So Mahomes did admit to actually having real struggles last game, could not get it lined up. So maybe they didn't mentally prepare, but certainly was just not trying. They are off, and they'll get it right. I don't think they won't get it right. They're that type. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he competes. He is not happy. Yeah. So the one thing I will say is last year I made the comment that Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are very similar quarterbacks. They kind of do weird stuff, make weird throws that you shouldn't be able to do. The difference is last year, if Josh Allen threw a weird pass, it wouldn't work out. Patrick Mahomes throws a weird pass, someone would grab it out of nowhere and they'd be fine. And so that was the difference. Well, if you watched right now, Josh Allen cannot throw a bad ball. No matter where it's just going and landing in people's hands, and he's throwing across his body left. He's like jump spinning and 360 no scoping people in the end zone. And then
that's Stephon Diggs connection.
Yeah, and then Patrick Mahomes, he's missing that. Like it's not connecting like it has been. So I don't know what's going on because he's making the same throws, but people aren't catching it. He's a little off. Maybe they're not. Maybe they just need to hit that playbook or whatever. But I want to play Kansas City in the playoffs because I know that we'll have to play them in the playoffs. But most likely, the soonest that'll happen is the AFC Championship. So I need them to get that right because if I want to play them because it'll be here in Kansas City, and darn it, I'll be there. Sorry for hogging all that airtime.
No, fair enough.
All right. Todd Haley was garbage too.
Oh yeah, Todd Haley. I forgot about it.
Everybody forgets about him because he was so garbage. Ravens won't lose him a third time or a fourth time or a fifth. It all depends on what. I assume that's the matchup. But when it comes down to it, you never count a division game. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, even you could probably sit the best of the Patriots teams would go into Buffalo or Buffalo come into there, and it was a 7-point or a 3-point game. There was rarely blowouts.
Oh, yeah. So I had a Steelers friend of mine who he never used to watch Patriots games, but we met in college, and he started watching a few of the games with me, and he was like, why is this scrappy in the rain game in New Jersey against the Jets so close between the Patriots, who looked dominant that year, against the Jets, and it ended up being like a 13-10 game. And I was like, dude, it's a division game, and I don't care if you're the suckiest guy, you know your opponent. Yep. The division is never counted out.
So we're going to take a second from the comments, which there's a lot of them. We're getting some good stuff off of that one, and we're going to just say that tonight we are unofficially sponsored by Bradshaw Bourbon again because it's just so delicious. So delicious. Matt, we sponsored by anything?
Yeah, still sponsored by Gamer Suts because it's the only energy drink I could drink while I'm on keto.
Oh, nice. The keto. I need to do that. I hear it's really good. Nice. All right. So I'm a hater. Yes. Even though how many times last week did I talk about good things about the Ravens and Lamar Jackson?
3
or 4 or 8. Like it was just nonstop love last week. Like,
I mean, there's nothing bad you could have said about their performance last week.
And be drunk. Oh, yes, we will be drunk when we play Madden.
I still want to play Madden with you guys. I have Madden for the PS4.
Well, let's play. Maybe you can get in on. You could be the football team, and because everybody loves Alex Smith.
I just got to get in there and make sure I cut Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, you can't play Dwayne Haskins. I don't know why you would, but you can't play with him. It's against the rules. So, partying at the strip club without a mask, like I wouldn't wear a mask.
Definitely part of it, though.
I don't think that was the only reason.
No, it's not the only reason. He also got fired because his play
was
was garbage.
What else do you have that? After a
lazy.
performance like he had, what are you supposed to do?
I don't know. Go to practice, show up to meetings,
pretend you care,
study game tape.
Yeah.
Anything but go to the strip club?
Nah, just go to the strip club.
Maybe if you're eliminated from playoff contention, sure.
Right.
But they weren't. They're not.
Maybe he was just trying to do them a favor and get fired because that would help them.
I think he was just throwing the greatest opportunity he'll ever get in his life away.
Yep.
Team player.
Oh, he's Dwayne Haskins. He's a genius. He looked at the NFL and said, "This shit's too hard," and then said, "But the XFL, I could excel there." And so, he's just going to go be good in the XFL.
He won't be good there either.
No, he won't be good there either. That's like saying Cardell Jones was good, and we all know that didn't work out.
We were hoping he'd be good.
Oh, I wanted to.
No, he is going to go down in history as one of the best busts ever.
All right, so we're going to go and we're going to switch over and start just kind of recapping last week and just in quick fashion. Otherwise, we will go for another 2 hours or 2.5 hours. But I do want to take a second to tell everybody watching to, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, throw a like down, keep the comments coming, tell everybody you know about us. We're trying to grow the channel a little bit, so let's do that.
A lot bit.
Yeah, we're going to grow it a lot of bit eventually. But first, we're just laying the cement work of quality content, like Alex Smith.
Right.
All right, so let's recap the NFL.
Which game do you want to start at?
We're just going to start from the beginning. Friday, Vikings at the Saints.
Ooh.
Kamara went beast mode, and that was about all there was to it.
I mean, the Saints had 7 touchdowns all on the ground. 6 of them were Kamara's.
Because I think Breeze even threw 2 interceptions this game. And they still scored 52 points.
Let me double check. Yeah,
but
Drew Brees, 19-26 for 311 and 2 picks.
Yeah, so Kamara, though, I mean, he won. Like in one of my fantasy leagues, I have Kamara and Diggs. I had almost 100 points to 2 people.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, but yeah, so that one was a pretty I think it went away everybody thought it would. Vikings really didn't stand a chance. It was a run fest.
Well, their defense decided not to show up, which is sad because this is one of the few games Kirk Cousins actually showed up to play.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Kamara just sometimes you hit that next level.
Oh yeah, everyone's got their day, and I wouldn't be surprised if Kamara does this one more time sometime in his career.
Then you got the Bucks and the Lions, another game that just was weird. I knew the Lions were bad.
The way it was going to go. I mean, even Blake Gabbert threw for $143 and 2 touchdowns.
I know. I forgot he was even still playing.
Yeah, so did Blaine.
Right.
So, but I mean, this is one of those games where Tom Brady was on because I mean, in a half he had 340, 4 touchdowns, or 360.
Yeah, well,
it was something ridiculous.
Well, and also Matt Stafford got hurt early.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think that would have mattered a whole lot.
It might have, because then you have to rely on Chase Daniel and Dave Blau to be your quarterbacks.
Oh, did Daniels play?
Chase Daniel did play.
What was his stat line?
13-18 for 86 yards.
Huh. I wonder why they let Blau in.
Probably because Chase Daniel wasn't moving the ball.
I mean, he did something. I guess I didn't watch it.
86 yards passing is nothing. Let me just take a look as a whole, real quick math. Yeah, Detroit had 113 total passing yards.
Jeez.
For the game.
It was doing fine. So I think at the end, Blau was in there. Maybe they decided they didn't want to risk hurting him just in case he had to play next week.
Well,
I'm a big fan. That's 2 Missouri quarterbacks coming in out of nowhere. Yeah.
Wait, what? Great quarterbacks.
2 Missouri quarterbacks coming in out of nowhere.
Okay. Yeah.
So then we had the 49ers and the Cardinals, which was not what I think anybody expected.
No. That Niners defense showed up today.
And then they beat up on the tiny quarterback, the pocket quarterback, not because he throws from the pocket, because he fits in your pocket.
Yes, they beat up on Kyler Murray.
Yeah, they did.
So that one, like I said, didn't go the way we thought it would, but all it did is it just kept the playoff picture exciting because now, nothing's locked in. Dolphins Raiders. No. That was exciting. At least the last 2 minutes. Just about only the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, everybody talks about Patrick Mahomes' no-look passes. Old Fitzmagic had the best one of all time.
Yep. That was easily some of the best 5 minutes of football this whole season.
Yeah, it wasn't even his choice not to look at that one.
Yeah.
And honestly,
they were trying to take his head off.
Watching it, I think that had they not done that, he might have thrown a pick there. But when they jerked him back, popped it straight up in the air, and it just threw everybody off because it was not a good pass, but it went right where it needed to because someone grabbed his face.
What, Fitzpatrick throwing an interception in a clutch moment? He doesn't do that.
Never.
Not this year, though.
Get out of here.
This year, he's balling. So anyway, so the Raiders fell apart. So maybe they'll fire, I don't know, like a cornerback and say, we got the problem fixed. But
fire the quarterback?
Cornerback.
Corner. Like a defensive back?
No. They'll fire him.
Just one of them. Any one of them.
Everybody in Las Vegas is going to have their jobs next year. They're not going to fire anybody.
No.
Yeah, because they pay Gruden too much money.
Yes.
Then we had the Colts and the Steelers, and the Colts had this one won. They were up like 24-7, or I think it's 24-7, and then they just refused to do anything.
When you stop scoring points.
I think you just proved what I've been saying this whole time. Phillip Rivers is not clutch.
Never has been.
Yeah, he had some opportunities, and he kind of messed them up on that one. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like Chris just popped out of the bottom of the screen.
I didn't see because I've been looking at stats on different screens.
Oh, you're good. It cracked me up. That's why I'm laughing. Anyway, so but Steelers came back and they won something they had to, because had they lost this one and the Browns not been the Browns could have won the North.
They could have had it. They could have had it
That
all.
wasn't the Browns being the Browns. That was the Browns falling victim to COVID.
True.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
I don't care how bad a team you're playing. When your top 4 receivers are all out, what are you supposed to do?
Still,
I don't know. Open the game up with your 2 all-time running backs that you're also up against one of the worst run defenses in the league, and you could just walk right through them like coffee paper. But I don't know. Throw 50 passes in a game, Baker. Good job.
Yeah, they
All right, well,
more, but those guys should have caught some passes too.
One of our substitute producers, he's been making us overlays, and he was nice enough to remind us that Joe Mad Bomber Flacco is the official quarterback of Up the Gut.
But he's not.
Pew, pew, pew. There you go.
No.
Oh, come on.
See,
That was
you know,
great.
Even our guest is saying
I love it. I'm just enjoying the troll. It's good.
So anyway, so the Steelers, they did what they had to do. So they're still in. There's a chance they could get that second seed in the AFC, which honestly, I don't think there's really that much difference between the 2 and the 3 at this point. So that's probably why they're resting Ben. Then you had the Chiefs and the Falcons, which we discussed that one pretty big. I will say that.
Wait, there's one thing I want to add real quick to that that Browns-Jets game. The Jets are a top 10 rush defense.
We haven't even started that one yet, though.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
No, we mentioned it because of the playoff implications.
Yep.
But we haven't got to the actual game. So you're good, though. You're good.
I just really wanted to defend them.
We'll go.
So anyway, I did say that I thought this would be one of the toughest games for the Chiefs going into it, which is funny because it's not a division game and it's a Falcons team that has not been good. But I said Chiefs would win, but it was going to be their roughest game.
Yeah, which is crazy because I thought it was going to be a close game, but a high-scoring game. Neither one of these
I thought it would be higher scoring.
All right, so my question is, how did you call that? Because I looked at this one and thought blowout.
Because that's how the Chiefs are. They play down to their opponent, and the Falcons will play just below their opponent. So had the Chiefs scored 40, the Falcons would have scored 38. Like, that's just how it was going to be. So I knew this one was going to be tough. I thought it would be more that 40 to 38 than a defensive. Like, I wrote my friends, I'm like, who would have thought that the Chiefs Falcons would have been a defensive battle? Like, Chiefs is a horrible defense, but they did. They kept them in this. And then that one kicker that's never missed a kick, old Woo or Koo or whatever it was, missed the kick.
Yep.
You all right there, Matt?
Good call.
That's that kicker's first name, Young Ho.
Young Ho Koo.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced different because it's Korean, but it's spelled Young Ho.
I like it.
I'm pretty sure I've heard every pronunciation of his name from all these different broadcasters, and that's how it comes out sounding.
So then we had the Bears and the Jaguars, which I think it went exactly how we thought it would. But there was a little bit of chance that the Jaguars would be the Jaguars and mess up their chance at that number 1 spot to get Trevor Lawrence. We had discussed it, but Bears won, and I do think it was funny that, I think Jags went up 3-0 to start, and when the Bears scored the first touchdown, the Jag fans cheered.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Woo!
There's some amazing highlights of anti-cheering from the Jets and the Jags this year, where their minds get blown because their team might actually win a game, and they're like, "Don't do it, not this year."
No, stop it, don't do it. No. Then we had Bengals and Texans, which,
meh,
that was just kind of a toss-up. Doesn't even matter game.
Like the Texans.
Did anyone watch that game?
No, I didn't. But the Texans are one of those teams. I'm like, well, they still got Deshaun Watson. They still got J.J. Watt. They should have a chance at this. This isn't like it's a great Bengals team. And then they lose every week. Like they're going to play this week against the Titans, and I want to pick them because I want the Titans out of the playoffs.
No, it's not going to happen.
It is a divisional game, but
yeah,
you want to think they're in, and they're not.
It's a divisional game, so I will say again, don't count them out. But they're going to be thrown to Kenny Stills and who?
Who? Kenny Stills
exactly.
is in Buffalo right now.
No, he's not.
I almost guarantee you I saw something pop up on my phone that says he was trying out in Buffalo.
What?
Yeah, here. You guys talk amongst yourself. I'll do some crack research.
Who's their number one receiving threat then in Texans?
Nobody.
In our land of Houston.
Wasn't there like a Fuller?
Yeah. 6 hours ago, Buffalo Bills adding wide receiver Kenny Stills for playoff run.
No kidding.
Yeah.
The world could change while you're asleep, man.
So wide receivers in Houston, they had that one and Will Fuller. He's still there. He's supposed to be pretty good. They got Brandon Cooks, Randall Cobb.
Brandon Cooks is after the last couple years of watching Brandon Cooks, anyone who's surprised by him being above average,
you're just so sour because he wasn't good with you guys.
No, he was great with us. It's just he got no. He was great with us. He just got given a dirt nap by the Eagles in that game. And you know what? And then we paid it back to him with Jason McCourty blocking him from getting 2 touchdowns in Super Bowl 53. So the guy is a B+ wide receiver.
He's always
right
been
now. Randall Cobb is on injured reserve.
Okay, well, Will Fuller should still be going, and he was good. Maybe he's just not good without that other guy,
Hopkins.
Will Fuller suspended.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot. Then they got nobody.
Nobody but Brandon Cooks.
Shit.
All right, so we'll get to our picks later, but then the Ravens beat the Giants, and Lamar Jackson went back to being a running back. I think he threw for like 160.
Yep.
So, and it wasn't a blowout like it should have been, but you know what? Ravens won.
Wow.
Hooray.
Good job, Ravens. You're so good with your quarterback.
That was some audible air quotes.
I was being very, very serious. Let's see.
This is what the league is turning into. In 10 years, every team's going to have a running quarterback.
Here we go with our picks this week. I said I will not keep track, and Chris Horn said I'm keeping track. So both Chris and I, we went 10-6 on the week, and Matt and Lyle went 8-8. It's because he picked against the Packers. You deserve what you get.
Like, I'm happy to be wrong.
And then J.J. Watt apparently is firing up that team, so I probably will pick him to beat Tennessee just because that's what I really do.
Oh yeah. Did you watch his diatribe, his 7-minute rant of why their team should actually pull their heads out and care a little bit?
No, but if J.J. Watt says
it was awesome.
Do it because he wears leg braces on his
arm.
He
is Houston.
He was a giant man.
Right.
And then
Tormented
also says that Lamar
he's the real deal.
Oh, he is. But yeah, he said he doesn't have to throw. Didn't have to or can't.
Oh,
damn. Anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be that mean. I shouldn't. All right. So
until he proves you right, then just rub it in.
Right.
Go ahead and talk about the Browns and the Jets now.
All right. So everyone's saying that the Browns need to open up with the running game. The Jets are terrible. But again, I just looked it up. The Jets are a top 10 rush defense.
But they barely tried.
Yeah, because
I don't know what these replays are from. I'm playing replays against Kansas City and Chicago. I don't know when this happened.
They want to try throwing the Jets because the Jets are the 28th passing defense.
But who's your wide receivers was the problem there. Yeah, I think it was a bad scheme to attempt it. 50
At least
plus
screens
passes.
to your running backs or something, but you got to put the running backs as your major.
Yeah.
And maybe the reason that the Jets' run defense is so good isn't because they're so good. Maybe it's because everybody could throw on them, so they just throw on them. You don't have to run on them.
Maybe.
Well,
And I think that's what Cleveland was hoping they could do. Even with this receiver core, they were hoping that the Jets would be so bad they could just throw them.
Well, that's the thing is, so of your two running backs, we know that Kareem Hunt, while he was in Kansas City, he got set up for all kinds of screens. The man can catch a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's best kicker in the football. Is that too soon?
That's completely different.
Sorry, I guess I shouldn't. And then
Great
one
stat.
game I did watch was the Panthers and the football team, and that was a god awful game.
Yeah.
It was horrible. It was not a fun game to watch.
It's because Dwayne Haskins played.
Dwayne Haskins, Teddy, I guess whoever came in after they benched Haskins, he was actually not too bad, but it was too little, too late.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke didn't look bad in his limited time out there.
So then we got the Broncos and the Chargers. God awful versus god awful. I mean, Herbert got his record.
Literally nothing.
He just cemented himself as Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I think so too. I still think that Justin Jefferson should get it, but yeah,
I don't think so. You got a record. You get a rookie record, you win Rookie of the Year. Yeah. And if I go too fast, just let me know. But I'm just going to skip through because we are almost 45 minutes in. So.
There's nothing else to say about this game.
Do it.
Eagles, Cowboys. Cowboys looked like a powerhouse. I think someone said that the Eagles defense didn't show up. I said none of the Eagles showed up.
Show did.
Yeah.
It was not pretty.
The Eagles showed up early because the Eagles were up 14-3 after the first. But everything after that for Philadelphia was awful.
Dalton was just hitting big throw after big throw in that game.
Yeah, he was. Oh, that receivers were breaking tackles. I mean,
wide open.
The Philadelphia offense completely shut down, and the Dallas defense took advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this next week, and the reason I think that the Cowboys will end up in the playoffs is I think the Cowboys will run off that momentum. They'll beat the Giants, and I think that the Eagles, off of that bad loss, and Jalen Hurts will play a better game, and they will beat, even with an Alex Smith in there, I think that the Eagles will beat them. Therefore, which I think that Eagles football team game is the last game. It's like Monday night. So we won't know how the NFC plays out. The NFC East plays out until Monday night.
Well, Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Oh, is it Sunday night? Sorry. Sunday night.
Yeah. We don't have any more Monday games.
No, every game
unless
COVID.
Please no.
That's not the only thing.
Yep.
All right. Rams Seahawks.
Game this week either.
Nope. It's all Sunday. No Saturday. No Friday. No Wednesday.
Yep.
All Sunday.
Yep.
All Sunday.
So Rams and Seahawks. Seahawks won, but it was another not pretty game.
Stupid ass Rams. Can't believe I believed in you.
And that's again division rivals.
Goff wasn't playing good before he got hurt either.
No,
Goff looked like a stud in that field, but like putting that thumb injury back in place himself.
Yeah, he could. It just proves he can take a beating. He's playing like ass before he got hurt.
I mean, we knew he could take a beating for a while now. Like the dude's offensive line lets him get torn up almost every other game.
I don't think Goff lives up to the hype. I don't think he's that good.
Hurry up! I'm gonna be drunk before Drunk Madden. It's called pre-gaming. You got to pre-game.
It's true.
Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia. Yeah, did you know that that's like an actual thing? It's a charity, like a C301. Nice. The Bills Mafia is. I'm a founding sponsor of the Bills Mafia.
Nice.
Anyway, next game was the Packers and the Titans. And this one exactly how I thought it would go.
I was surprised. I didn't think our defense was going to do what it did against that run game.
Well, I saw it was snowing beforehand. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, no, Matt. And then I looked it up. I'm like, wait a second. Aaron Rodgers turns his game on in the snow. I'm like, never mind. You'll be fine.
Our offense wasn't what I was worried about. It's our defense I was worried about.
And
I thought the Titans were going to run heavy, and Derrick Henry was just going to mush our fucking faces in.
And that was one of my questions I wanted to throw at Matt here about this game is, was it the defense that stopped King Henry, or was it the snow?
The snow wasn't
because he couldn't run it. I mean, it's the first. It's the first
he could run in the
field
snow
in the entire year.
He runs so straight up. High step? Nah, that's not going to bother King Henry.
No.
He runs like a gentleman.
No, our defense
Are you
actually
sure?
swarmed. They actually
Like a
tackled
gentleman.
well.
No, actually,
Nobody got
they're
caught with that
in their
stiff arm.
That's true. No one did take a whole stiff arm meme.
So that
Well,
one.
I'll tell you this though, when Tannehill busted that 50-yard run on us, I felt pretty upset.
Well, they're going to get one eventually.
Yeah, but
I mean, even
Tannehill,
Cam Newton
damn.
scored it. Even Cam
I'd
Newton
rather have
got
been
a
Henry.
touchdown. Me too.
Yes.
So that leads us to the game of the week. Buffalo
Yep.
going into Foxborough and embarrassing a Patriots team.
Just giving them that.
Oh,
work.
man, I'm sorry. I forgot
To be
you were
fair,
there.
It's the shell of a Patriots team.
Yeah, it's not a real.
Yep.
And I had said it
Hollowed
before.
out team.
It's not really fair to count the Patriots, though. I've not been as jolly as I've been at watching Bill Belichick and how angry he was and how he can't get on that Josh Allen bandwagon, and Josh Allen just torched his team. Yeah, you get on that
Right.
bandwagon, you son of a bitch.
Bro, I'd been mad too if half my team would have quit before the season started and people just
Yep.
expected me to be great.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the best coach in history.
Bill has had.
Well, he's the second best coach in history. He's the best coach of the Super Bowl era.
Yeah. No, he definitely is a goat of coaches. However you want to put the asterisk or stipulation on. But this year, if you would have put any other all-star coach you want out of that's running right now in Belichick's situation, I don't know they walk away with any more wins.
No.
I don't think they do. You could be like, hey, Sean Payton, Andy Reid.
Anybody gets Cam Newton, they're screwed. Just saying. It's not like he was something amazing beforehand. I don't understand that one. You could have gone anywhere.
No, so
drafted.
Cam Newton, actually, if you look at his MVP season, that was the hope that we would have that. But part of the problem was who was our wide receivers that he was going to throw to? Oh, we had another number 1 overall draft pick wide receiver who was another bust in N'Keal Harry. The dude doesn't separate. And then when he gets the ball, 50% chance he's going to get hit and drop that piece. I hate watching him catch the ball because that's nearly what the emotion is every time. Being like, hold on to it, please, please, please. And, I mean, Shannon Sharp even called it out and said the one amazing pass that was for a free touchdown was to Damiere Byrd, and that dude dropped it. A clean, good 7 points. Here it is. Turn around after grabbing that thing. It hit him in the hands. He could have taken that into the end zone and made himself and Cam Newton look just a little bit good.
I mean, again,
Did you see his
great throws
passes
for
last
some
night? His passes were so off last night. He was not. He shouldn't have been playing.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you
But
guys
anyway,
keep
I just
Cam
wanted
Newton
to-
next year, you
I
deserve to go
hope
5-11
not.
again.
Oh, I hope not. Like I don't know what we're gonna do. I keep saying we should look at a pocket passing QB like Matt Ryan. Like we should genuinely consider if
Carson
Stafford's
Wentz.
going to go up, give him a shot.
Carson Wentz. Yeah.
Carson Wentz, maybe.
I think he'd be good. I mean, I don't want you guys to be good,
In
but
fact-
I think that would be a good one.
Yeah. As long as he stays healthy.
I totally get what you mean, but think about this. So, like, if we were to go for Carson Wentz and actually chase with because his cap space is paid for then by the Eagles still, that totally lines up with the Patriot way because the Patriot way is frugal, man. We don't spend money. We got all this money in cap space, over $100 million, and I'm curious as to who we spend it on. And it better as shit not be the defense because our defense is coming back. Like, they're all opted out, so they're going to be back, right?
Maybe not. There's no guarantees on that one. If they opted out this year, there's not going to be a lot changed by next year. So unless we just quit talking about it,
Right.
that'd be the only change. So you guys, I don't know. We'll just have to look and see. I'm sure once the offseason broaches, we'll start looking at free agents and we'll go through it. And I got the right year up this time. But we'll get to it. And the only thing is regardless of what the Patriots do, they're not going to be as dominant as they have been.
No.
Because Buffalo's sitting there. You guys don't have that built-in win now. You guys.
So that built-in win was named Tom Brady, And just saying, that man's record against your team was the all-star dominant.
Wins should not be a quarterback stat.
It's true, but also if you look
Just
back at
saying.
the quarterbacks that we were playing in that time frame,
Yeah, there was no Josh Allen.
there was no
even close to a Josh Allen.
There was no one that good. We had J.P. Lossman, we had Trent Edwards, we had E.J. Manuel, we had Kelly Holcomb.
You love J.P. Lossman.
Fuck that guy. See that guy? Fuck that guy. Just want to remind you guys that Joe Flacco, the Mad Bomber.
God damn it, no.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and dip in since we've reviewed before we make our quick picks. And we're going to give out awards.
Woo.
You guys want to start out with best or worst?
We start with worst.
Worst. So we're going to hand out the Lamar Jackson trophy to the worst that we have in the NFL.
Why is it Lamar Jackson? He wasn't the worst of anything.
He's the worst.
Most COVID cases?
He's the worst at quarterback.
He's
a good running back. I will never deny that. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this screen up, and we're going to start, I believe, with Vern's worst. He's going to give the Lamar Jackson goes to
the Raiders. No, but yes, but no. It's the Raiders are my worst thing to see this year because I thought they were going to be the coach of the year the way they were starting out. We had John Gruden looking impressive leading them. You had Carr actually kicking some real ass at the start here. And they looked like the team to beat. Like, suddenly they're the team that beats Kansas City and everyone's going, uh-oh, are the Raiders actually like, was the scenery change what we needed? Did we have to buy him a brand new toilet-shaped stadium to get him going? If that's the case, then bravo.
Nice.
Then they did the Raiders thing that they like to do, where they subtly don't live up to the expectations. The hype dies nearly immediately after you start believing in them.
So they did Brown's impersonation?
No, it's a Raiders thing too. Like this, the black and silver stopped being good after the year 2000, and then they have sucked and have been a disparity hole this entire time. And nobody wants to be a part of them except for the people already engaged with them.
I'm sorry, I was reading comments. I got distracted. I'm gonna pop this one up real quick.
Haskins to New England in 2021.
You know what? Let me throw something at that real quick. Yeah, you know what? If we were to get Dwayne Haskins, all I gotta say is, if anyone is going to right the ship of his problems, his laziness, it'd be Bill Belichick and that military-style ran team, like the strictness that he brings to it and everything. Sure, I think they'd cure him of it. So get a little discipline in there.
Just to stay on topic, and the Lamar Jackson goes to Matt.
Dwayne Haskins. That son of a bitch. Look, everybody's got a bad team that they've seen this year, but mine goes to this guy. This fucking guy. Because this guy had everything handed to him. He comes in as not a rookie this year, but he comes in to get a starting job for an NFL team.
Yep.
Not a great NFL team, but NFL team. He has his whole career ahead of him. And he has terrible play, terrible attitude, terrible work ethic.
Yep.
And he just pissed it all away. Boy, I wish I was his age and his shape playing pro football. I'm not. But if I was, best believe I'd have put in some real work. So the fact that he just pissed on the way he did, fuck that guy.
Everything he's done has just been like the one start he gets and he does good. They're going to win and they have to kneel out and they can't find him because he's taking selfies with the crowd. And then he loses this game, goes to a strip club without a mask. I mean, it never really seems to bother him. Like, just
calls out his offensive line, which you never do as a quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. So on my end, the Lamar Jackson goes to.
Wait, let me guess. Oh, not Lamar Jackson.
Oh,
Goes to the Jets.
Rebuild
The
the
2020 Jets. Just keep adding. We'll do 2021, 2022.
But why the Jets? Why not Jacksonville?
Because the Jets were, 0-12?
0-13.
And
0-13.
0-13. And then they're locking up Trevor Lawrence. And what do? They start looking like a good team, and they start beating people. Like, you can't even lose right. So that's why they're my worst. They may not be the worst team in the NFL, but they're not even getting the best reward. They're going to end up with an offensive lineman. They're going to draft an offensive lineman.
Do you ever watch Rich Eisen? Any of his shows?
No. I mean, I've seen it in the past, but I only watch Up the Gut.
This entire I respect the brand. That poor dude, and he has been called Poor Rich Eisen by me for the last 2 weeks. He has been trolled by his own show. And the other day on Sunday, he wore a Trevor Lawrence golden hair wig, and he just had so many of his co-hosts just giving him shade the entire program until he finally threw it off, and he walked off the stage going, "Rich is getting upset." And I felt for the guy. That's his team, and this whole time he was like, "Just finish the job." That's all he said, and then all of a sudden they start winning. And it is the most Jets thing to ever see, but poor guy, poor team. That fan base doesn't deserve that.
That's why they got the Lamar Jackson. And I think Tormented Gaming must have already got drunk and passed out because he has not commented on us calling that the Lamar Jackson trophy. So he must stop watching.
He's too drunk to type.
Or he's just sitting there angrily. Stewing.
So we're going to switch to the best of 2020, and we'll go back to Vern.
Hey, you got to cheer for the underdog, and guess what? The dog pound's been the underdog for too long, and I think we all can admit it's actually just kind of nice to see these guys succeed a little bit. It's been about damn time. The memes, Johnny Football, the QB carousel that they have been on for so long, to finally actually have that season where they tied one, lost one, won one, and it just said one across the board. And then it was Bud Lights free for the whole city for a night. That felt like the turning point. And then them figuring out all this, who should we throw it to? Should we feed the ball to OBJ? Landry should be our number one target. We need better running backs. Getting Kitchens out.
Who was that guy? Like, no one knew who he was.
Who was that guy is a great question.
I already forgot he existed.
To a one-legged man.
He's back.
Absolutely, he did.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll get back to. So Cleveland's success doesn't really. They don't really affect me if they're good or bad. I did actually pick them to win the North this year. I said, everybody was picking Cleveland last year, like, Baker's going to have it. He was such a good rookie. He's going to be the best thing ever. And then I'm like, no, man, this is Cleveland. They're going to fall on their face. Just let them try. And then this year, I'm like, you know what? It feels like they kind of got it together. They had the embarrassment last year. They kind of had to eat a little humble pie. And so then they're going to have to come at it. So that's why I thought they'd win the North this year. And they had their shot, but they Cleveland themselves out of it. So, I mean, it happens. Right. But I will say the one thing I've always said about Cleveland is, their fans are real fans. I said that about a Bills fan or Browns fan says they're a fan. It's for real.
Yep. Now, who would have thought that in the same game, Cleveland would do the most Cleveland thing possible while the Jets were doing the most Jets thing possible in the same game? Yeah, they both found a way to be everybody loses.
Yeah, that is them, and that's too bad. The Up the Gut best of 2020 goes to Matt.
Alex Smith. And how could it go to anybody else?
Because we all love Alex Smith. We can agree on that, right? We all love Alex Smith.
Oh, yeah.
He's the exact opposite of Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, yeah.
And not just because he's white.
And he doesn't have probably the physical talent either that Dwayne Haskins has.
No.
No.
Or the youth.
I think he has a better arm, but that's about it. But Dwayne Haskins is a guy who pissed everything away that was given to him. Alex Smith is a guy who had everything taken from him, and he had to fight to get it back.
Yep.
And he didn't just come back. He came
Everywhere
back and played 4 good weeks of football to put Washington in the spot they're in now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's the best thing that's happened this year.
And that's whenever they started him against the Rams, and he got sacked 6 times, fresh off almost dying.
They lost that one.
But he came in.
Starter,
that's just the appearance.
Yeah, that was his first day back, and that was a rough.
I should have scared that man back into living under a rock. Like, oh no, Aaron Donald.
But once he got a week, and once he became the starter, he was playing good football.
Yep.
Agreed. So
no, he's the comeback player of the year for sure. For me, he's the best thing that's happened.
He's comeback player of the decade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the Up the Gut best of 2020 goes to Matt. Drumroll. Why don't you just tell me what I'm going to pick? I think everybody here knows what I'm going to pick.
Bills. It's the Bills. Yep.
Oh, hey, look at that. What team is that? Is that the Delaware Clams?
That was the playoff game we lost. This was Josh Allen's touchdown.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and he did
the John Brown dance. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But I mean, how could I not pick Buffalo? We are 12-3 right now.
Yep.
Going for the number two seed in the playoffs. Playing probably the best football in the NFL right now. Offense looks amazing. Defense is pulling it together. We swept the Patriots this year. We beat them.
Yep.
We beat
not as big of an accomplishment as we hoped.
Yeah, like I said, I would rather have done it when Tom Brady was there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean,
the sad thing is,
it feels good. Just like this hat. Like, I hope to not have to buy any more of these because it's going to become a regular thing. The first time in 25 years, I bought the damn hat.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sad part is, I think Brady's going to retire before y'all get one more chance to play him.
Yeah, I don't know. He might play next year. He's had just enough success. If he went one more year with the Bucks, it might be.
Now, to quote Brady, he said he'd play till he's 45. He turns 44 this offseason, so he's got one more year under his belt supposedly. So, and he signed 2 years with Tampa, so he's got this one more year. But the problem is that the Bills aren't automatically clocked in to play them next year.
Yeah.
So you guys, I think it was almost a decision partly made by Brady to be like, look, I don't want to play my old team, and I really don't feel like facing the Bills, Jets, or Dolphins one more time in my life.
No, you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys play the NFC North next year, so
yeah,
Josh Allen's going to play against Aaron Rodgers.
I will tell you, we've had a lot of luck against the NFC North over the years.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa! We just got a comment in.
Buffalo Bills are who's P. Kimmel?
He's a very good-looking, smart man. That's all I can tell you.
That would be Patrick Kimmel, would it?
No, that didn't look anything like me. He was way thinner.
You wouldn't type in your own comments section.
Paul, huh?
Paul Kimmel.
They have the Jets. Isn't that who you guys play this week?
Any AFC East teams besides? No, we play the Jets literally this week, and to quote Rich Eisen, and like I said, this poor man, he already thinks because of how much Bill Belichick hates that team, if you know that team's history with him, we might sit every single starter this game and just tell our practice squad, go nuts, and give the Jets one more win just because that is a Belichick thing to do. We might L this one on purpose.
Oh, was this in reference to P. Kimmel? Does he host a TV show?
I think he hosts a podcast.
Oh, it'd probably
Something
be a
like
podcast if he did. Just saying.
As good as this one?
Oh, so
internet celebs, right?
Guess we can drop out of the best of.
I keep forgetting how my camera works. I keep looking at Patrick on my screen to look at him. So it just looks like I'm crazy. I'm looking at something off the side. So I keep forgetting my camera's right here.
I have a screen over here, a screen right here, and a screen down here. So if you look at me, this whole thing, I'm just like this, all over the place. And then you guys are over to the right of my camera, so I have to like bring it over here.
Yeah. So
all right.
Are we even picking this next week with all these starters resting? Make that go away. That shouldn't be a thing.
Must have clicked on an accident.
Yeah, right. Sure thing, P. Kimmel.
Yeah, who, where? I'm Patrick. Hold on. I think I could actually make my name pop up. Patrick.
Yes, but Patrick, what is your last name?
Oh, it's what?
What is your last name?
Smith.
Ah, it's not Smith.
Archibald? We're just gonna run this ticker down here.
No, but he's not. You can't be the official quarterback of our podcast if you're not even the official quarterback of your own team. That should be a rule.
P. Kimmel runs a John Important site.
I don't. He probably should. Like, can I invest in that? All right. So I guess we'll go to weekly picks. Do you guys want me to keep track? Because this could be interesting with all the.
It'd be hella interesting, and I bet I'm going to do hella bad.
Oh, I assume. Let's see. We got Matt and Vern and Patrick. All right. Well, let's start this off good with our weekly picks. You guys are welcome to play along in the comments. We're going to start out with the Falcons at the Buccaneers. Matt?
I got to say the Bucs because I don't think they're resting anybody.
Nope.
I don't know why. Because winning or losing, I don't think changes anything for them.
I don't know. I don't keep track of the NFC because it's garbage. I mean, they're okay.
How dare you?
What about you, Vern? What you got here?
Oh, Bucks, 100%.
Yeah,
the Falcons are allergic to success, especially this season. And
I have a feeling it's going to start out Falcons 28, Buccaneers 3, and you guys know where it goes from there.
28-3, huh? Is that? Yeah, that's one of my favorite numbers. No, I think the worst thing to think about with this one is just Brady, and I think their whole team is not going to miss the opportunity to try to go into the playoffs as hot as possible. So I think they're going to exactly. So I think their entire plan is just to amp their team up by torching the Falcons in a ceremonial fashion, and then go to war in the playoffs, trying to ride a heat wave off of being fired for this one. So 100% the Bucks.
Yep, I'm at the Bucks too. I think we're all in agreement there. The comments are all Bucks too. So this one, we'll let Vern start on this one.
Oh God, Cowboys, please.
Too.
You're thinking Cowboys?
Yeah, I mean they're a powerhouse. Have you not seen that? Did you not watch?
They have
Andy Dalton, elite.
They have the right quarterback to be slinging to these wide receivers. Just saying. Like, obviously they'd want Dak. Obviously.
I missed it. I apologize. I missed that one.
Oh, you're good.
Are you not liking it?
He doesn't like me calling him a powerhouse.
He called Andy Dalton elite, and it just something.
He's no Joe Flacco, but he's getting there.
He's
Go for it,
Joe Flacco. Honestly,
Matt, how about you?
The Cowboys will win, but I want the Giants to win. But they won't because Danny Dimes sucks. I'll say he's terrible.
I do
Eli
agree.
Manning too.
The Ravens could be the number 1 seed in the NFC East.
Yeah.
Yes.
I added a little bit onto that one. But otherwise, it looks like them boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait. We got one coming up that says Giants, but I'm wrong. So, and that just picking the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pop it up there. We're a little. I run the YouTube channel up on this other one, so I'm a little ahead of time there. But Giants, but I'm wrong. Okay, so
I hope you're not wrong, but you're probably wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah, we're all in agreement. I'm going to start this one off.
Do it.
And I am going to go with the New York Jets.
Patriots. Oh, Jets, yeah. Not the New York Patriots.
What about you,
weird
Matt?
team.
Where are you at here?
I'm going to take the Jets also. But again, I think it's like what Vernon said. It's just going to be like a psychological long-term loss thing where he gives the Jets that third win so they have to wait even longer in the draft.
Yep.
Where are you at with this one, Vern?
You know what? So I said this whole thing the other day before playing that Matt got to hear me say. I suited up all Patriot gear and ready for Monday night, and I said playing for pride, just to win one because we can, damn it. And I was like, if we could win against the Bills, maybe we'll win against the Jets just to sit at 500, just for the sake of doing it. And no, at this point, I think nearly we're going to choose to let the Jets stomp us, rest our guys, let the practice squad out, and just say go crazy.
Knowing just how things work, you guys will end up putting the practice squad out and just stomp the Jets. So are you going with
I can believe that. The Jets it up. JETS Jets.
Hey, rebuild for 2021, 2, 3, 4. Vikings and Lions.
Vikings and Lions.
This is you, Matt.
Yep, Vikings.
Woo!
Both teams are in the playoffs, so now they're just playing to see who's not going to be in last place.
Yep.
And the Lions basically already are because they're that bad.
Are you in agreement?
I think Dalvin Cook's going to rush for at least 150 in this game.
Oh yeah. Vikings. No Stafford. Then yeah.
Chase Daniels is going to annihilate them. So yeah, we're all in agreement. Let's check the.
Chase Daniels couldn't even annihilate Oklahoma.
He doesn't want to. Jets. Lions.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Lions. Or the Lens.
The Lens. Hey, he's a Ravens
I believe in
fan.
the Lens.
He spells like Lamar Jackson throws.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no. He's running over the eyes?
Oh, poor guy. All right. He fixed it. And then Chris Horn picks the Vikings.
Yeah.
All right. And I apologize if I run a little slow. I'm switching.
Yeah. That's a smart man, that Chris Horn. He seems like a guy who would also run a podcast or something.
Yeah, you think so. You think you see like something where they drink a lot, like a lot. What just popped up right there?
I think that's his show.
Oh.
It's those Taste Bud guys.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched it, guys, watch those Taste Bud guys. We had them on last week. It was a great show. We got nice and drunk. I regretted it the next day, but it was a good time. I think it's Vern's turn to pick the Steelers at the Browns.
Steelers. 100%.
That's your mama's
fully
team.
Believe it.
That one.
That's my mama's team. But you know what? I genuinely believe that this is the game where they fix up some mistakes, and the Browns are still going to be in recover mode. We've seen what players look like straight off of COVID for any reason, and it's never pretty. And I'm sorry, but I don't think that the Browns can rebound fast enough from it to make a convincing win.
I don't know if you remember, but they're resting Ben, probably the rest of the starters in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the Duck Man is starting.
You know what? I believed in Duck Hodges last year, so
yeah, look how that turned out.
believed in him too, and he did us really well. Anyway, so I'm going to pick the Cleveland Browns. Matt?
Yes, the Browns, because they'll get the receivers back, and they're playing for a playoff spot. And because Duck Hodges sucks.
And we know.
Ooh, we're
Steelers, Browns.
They are drunken idiots.
Steelers. Those
guys
are at least one of those things. The Browns are all those things.
Hey, Roberta is still awake. Who the hell's Roberta?
Yes, he is Robert. He lives in my neighborhood.
Gotcha.
All in on the Duck. You.
Exactly.
You're going to be a sad man.
Ooh, I think I get
Annie waddled away.
Yes.
I am going to pick. The Ravens.
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah, the Ravens, because I don't think they're resting any starters. They're trying to get as high up in the seating as possible.
But remember, these are the Finley-led Cincinnati Bengals. They are amazing.
Oh, amazing is the word I'd use. But they're a lot better than what I thought they were. I'm still taking the Ravens.
All right, Vern, what about you?
I'm going to be controversial enough to say that the Bengals actually have it in them.
I like it. I like the pick.
They actually have, the fact that they feel like they want to just practice up. At this point, you're playing for your job, and you want to see a team actually get competitive. It's when they feel like they're playing for their job to come back next year, to get paid again at the NFL level another year. And I think this is them going to be doing that. Granted, another thing a division game always turns into. Sure, the Ravens are playing for something, and that means the Bengals are playing for something just as important. Spoiler. Ruin it for the guy.
Good. They helped us out by playing spoiler one year.
Yes, they did.
So we've basically had Ravens abstaining, but low-key Ravens. I understand. I didn't want to, but hold on. I'm trying to key something up there. The Lamar Jackson.
Another Lamar Jackson?
The Lamar Jackson trophy. I just wanted to
because it's the Ravens game.
So anyway, but I think we got one Bungles. There we go. The Bungles.
There we go. I believe it.
I don't even know who picked this one. I think I did. So, Matt.
Oh, the Bills are going to win this one.
Dolphins at Bills.
Because
Matt?
I think you guys are also not resting any starters.
Not yet. Not that they've said.
No, because you got to try to keep that 2 seed.
All right. Vern? Did he mute himself? We lost your guys' audio. What happened? Yep, it says your mic isn't connected. I'm going to unmute Matt.
Hi.
So you just have to talk through Matt's mic.
Awesome.
So just yell at my laptop.
So basically, I was saying the Bills have. Definitely, they're too hot to stop. And I think the Bills.
I am going to pick the Dolphins. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be stupid. I'm picking Buffalo. Wow. I think it'll be a good game. And if they start Tua, it's definitely going to be the Bills. If they start Fitzy, they got a chance. And there is also a chance if we go up big, they'll rest, or if we start losing, or if that defense is too physical, they may start resting people just to be safe.
Yeah.
Because, 2 to 3, like I said, I don't think it's going to make that big a difference. Lamar won't throw for 200 yards against the Bengals defense. So Lamar rarely throws for 200 on any defense. Pardon me. That was a little.
Yes.
Knocked the Bills out on a little laugh, but I think we know how to handle
the Bills out
because Kyler Murray's better, and we kept him. Bills, maybe Bill. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Patriots' little brothers, the Bills. Little brothers to become big.
Bills.
I feel like
we're about to take that for a while. Oh, you guys are doing the kung fu stuff. Your audio's not matched up anymore.
We were, yeah.
Okay, so all in agreement there. Let's go Seahawks at Niners. And it's a division game, but I don't.
It's a division, and when the Niners are even as bad as they are, when they're good this season, they're
I think
pretty good, actually.
Vern's turn. All right.
Trust
Seattle
us.
it is. I am also going to go Seattle. They haven't been playing the best football. I don't think that's going to happen.
He can pull up. He can pull up and make so much bad talent.
He does weird stuff. Matt, where are you at?
I think I'm going to take the Niners on this one. It's the last game of the year. They're not going to the playoffs, and they hate the Seahawks.
And they did beat the Cardinals, which no one really expected. And
they beat a few teams.
Yeah, but then they also lost to some teams that people didn't expect.
But they were supposed to, because they're so beat up. They weren't hardly supposed to win anything.
Has Lamar ever surpassed the 200-yard mark? He did the week before last. He actually threw for like 270 and 4 touchdowns, and he only ran for like 60 yards. Only 60 yards for a quarterback. Seahawks, Pigeons, Niners. All right, this one. I don't even know where we're starting. Someone just
Cardinals.
Go ahead, Matt.
I'm sorry.
Is it?
It's the Cardinals.
Even though our pocket quarterback
I think so.
may not play?
He may not play, but we know Goff is definitely not playing. I don't think his backup is any better
than Goff. All right, so you're picking Arizona, Matt. Vern, you on the same page? Nice.
No,
I like
honestly,
that you're going out on a limb there. I'm going with Arizona because Murray probably will play.
John Wolford is playing for the Rams.
0 NFL.
Yeah, well, Jalen Ramsey, I think
no one covers
cover up Hopkins.
You think? Nobody covers
If no one can cover Hopkins, why is Stephon Gilmore able to lock him down to 55 yards the last 4 times they've mobbed?
Because he's playing on a garbage team.
Yeah, we're talking this year. Let's see. Are you guys?
The Cardinals.
Are you ready?
Let's be real.
Jalen Ramsey is trash.
Yep.
Do it. No,
I wouldn't say trash.
Do you guys not get the reference?
He's worth the money the Rams are paying him, though.
Whenever Jacksonville was playing
I don't.
Buffalo, Jalen Ramsey come out and called Josh Allen trash.
Oh, yeah. That's back when Jalen Ramsey
and they said,
shit
do
about
you still think Josh Allen's trash? Kind of like the same thing Belichick did. Like, yeah. Well, he just embarrassed you. So keep calling him trash. All right, so everybody's doing Arizona except for Vern because he's
yeah.
Oh,
and except for Torm3nt3d Gam3ing.
So we got Rams, Cards. That is very split, and they're both beat up right now, so it's anybody's game, and they both have a shot at the playoffs, so it's still relevant for both of them. Yeah, probably, and they said that they probably will start Kyler, but he may just have to be a pocket passer, and he can. So I have faith in that one.
Yeah.
Jaguars, Colts.
I think you're starting.
I don't want to start it. Nah, Colts will win. Indy all the way, Matt.
It's got to be Indy because well, that's not true. The Jaguars already had the first pick.
Yeah, but Indy's actually playing for something, and they just come off of that big lead to lose it. They can't lose again. Not to the Jags. Who's even going to play? Glennon, Minshew.
I mean, I hope not. Else.
Where are you at on this one, Vernon? Yeah, that's my boy.
Colts all the way.
I mean, it's got to be the Colts, but if the Jaguars come out and win, I'm going to laugh.
Good man. He's dang old good quarterback and dadgum. He's just going to win them dang old games. Colts. All right, we're unanimous on that across the board. Good job, guys. We all can agree on something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Matt.
Titans.
Yep.
Because they're also playing for something. They have to win to get in.
Patrick, go and Titans again because
Derek Henry doesn't blow up somebody in the last game.
I'm just going to go with Houston because I love to get let down by Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
No.
I hope J.J. Watts goes somewhere else.
He's Houston to the core, but
not be stuck.
Could you imagine if he came to like Buffalo or Green Bay?
If he was on the defensive line alongside Kenny Clark. And if his back didn't break every
Poor
other
guy.
season.
He wears leg braces on his arms.
Yeah,
He's a lion.
he does, but he doesn't. wear anything
Minshew
with his
plays. I will change my mind. We got Titans, Texans.
No, I love that someone's looking out for me.
Yeah,
Mania.
I'm down with the
appreciate
mustache. I don't.
I mean,
That's about it though.
he's fun, but I wouldn't depend on him.
Vern,
that.
Raiders at Broncos.
Oh, the game that doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'm going to say the Raiders because I'm willing to let them just let me down one more time.
All right, I am going to go with. I'm going to go with Vegas, but
Are
I'm
you
not
gonna
locking
true
it
lock
in
it?
with lock. I'm going to go with the Vegas Raiders, and that is a. You don't know what to do because Broncos could turn it on for no reason, but Raiders, I don't know. They just seem to do better, so that's where I'm at.
I'm gonna say Broncos. I think Drew Lock plays well for no reason for the last game because it's a home game, and he's got to have one more good performance before John Elway cuts it loose.
I hope JJ leaves as well. He wants to go to the Steelers. Oh, don't they have the other two wants? Hey, listen, I think we forgot to say this, but Derrick Henry's a good player. That's why I picked Texans. Just saying. Broncos. Raiders. Donkey Donks.
Donkey Dog.
Fuck those guys.
Home and 0-0.
I like it.
Ooh,
I like it.
close.
What about this one? No Patrick Mahomes. I don't even know. Matt should probably start.
I think the Chiefs' defense is still good enough. I think
What?
the Chiefs win this one.
No one's ever said that in the history of ever.
I said good enough. I didn't say they're amazing. But I
No,
think
there's no good involved with the Kansas City defense.
they're
Except for this last week, but I don't even know what that was.
I think they'll make enough plays to still keep the Chiefs in it. I think the Chiefs end 15-1.
All right. Vern?
Chiefs. Just there's a big enough depth
Oh,
on the
Chargers.
cover.
You guys are weird.
Oh, are we?
I don't care who wins this game. This
I
game
don't think anybody does, but I don't think that the Chiefs. I think that Herbert's he's gonna have him a game. He's gonna want to win another division game, and it is a division game. And Kansas City, the way they've been playing, even though it would be funny that if they rest all their starters and then they just look like an amazing team. But
that's what I'm saying. The backups are going to play hard because it's the only field time they're going to get.
hey, Drew Lock could end up in New England. He's young enough.
Yeah.
He has enough talent. That'd be a good one for you guys. Chiefs, Chargers, Chad Henne. So
Chad Henne starts Chargers.
Tucker can hit like a 58-yarder, but he can't hit an extra point to save his life. Actually, he's been pretty good. I've watched lately, but he was having trouble in the beginning. All right, moving on.
Young Wei Koo is doing good too till he missed that kick against the Chiefs.
Somebody cheated. I think the whole defense went. Maybe they turned on the fans in the stadium. I don't know.
Totally.
Vern, start it up.
Oh, the rivalry tale is old as time.
Go ahead. Pick the Bears. I know you want to. Go ahead.
I'll say the Packers. Y'all will take this one.
How about
I
you,
am
Patrick?
going to say the Green Bay Packers will win, and it is a division one, but the Bears have been riding such a high. It's got to come down at some point. They're the Bears, so.
Yes. Aaron
Are you
Rodgers.
going to pick against your team again?
No, because the Bears don't have running back I'm worried about.
You should be. Montgomery's been killing it.
I like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, every bit like that. Look
Wow,
up his
weird.
stats over
Yeah,
the last 3 games.
Yeah, the past 3 games against garbage teams.
Weren't you just complaining about Green Bay being horrible against the run? And then he's been running good against teams, bad against the run. But all of a sudden, Green Bay's going to do good? Matt, you make no sense.
Look, they stepped up against Derrick Henry. That shows me that they can step up against Montgomery. And if it comes down to an aerial battle, I trust our weapons a lot more than what I trust Chicago has.
It's too many. Sorry.
Aaron Rodgers will put up another, I'm going to say 3 touchdown, no interception day to put his total to 47. And because he's playing this week and Mahomes isn't, he's going to seal the deal in his MVP race.
What if Josh Allen goes for 405 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and 2 rushing touchdowns? That'll give him a total of
I think that'll put him in the runner-up spot then.
That'll give him 47 total touchdowns, too.
Oh, that would just be Aaron Rodgers throwing touchdowns. That's not counting the 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns he has this year.
Yeah, we'll see. Don't count on Josh Allen.
I mean, Josh Allen has that kind of.
He looks like a baby, and they're not going to make a baby cry when I get him trophies.
Sure, they will.
Josh Allen looks like a baby. The Bears. Alex does not believe in your team.
Okay.
What if Packers, they just decide to rest Aaron Rodgers after a quarter?
Yeah, I mean, we got to be up 28-0 after that quarter if they're going to do that.
Well, what if they don't?
They're not going to rest him unless they know we're going to win or unless they know we're going to lose. But as long as we are contending, because we got to get that number 1 seed so we can get a goddamn rest because our bye week is way back in week 5.
That's been a while. All right, Saints at Panthers. I'll start this one, and I don't think it matters. Saints are going to win regardless of who starts.
Yeah.
Matt?
But all the stars will play for the Saints because if Green Bay loses, they can still get number 1 spot. So they're not going to rest anybody. And the Saints are going to come out and just beat up on the Panthers because division game or not, the Panthers are that bad.
Yeah. Vernon?
Alvin Kamara gets at least 2 rushing touchdowns.
Big ditto. And, yeah, Alvin Kamara will carry it by himself if he has to.
All right, so this is the big one. Matt, you're going to start this one. This one will decide the East.
If Alex Smith plays, they'll beat the Eagles.
Well, he's supposed to be playing, but we can't play what-ifs. Make a pick.
It's probably going to be a game-time decision. But no, I'm picking the football team. I'm just going to say, though, if Alex Smith doesn't play, I'm not going to be surprised if the Eagles win.
Vern.
I'm going to Washington.
Totally football team. I think whatever the stats say, the betting odds, that it's all football team. They cover the spread. They kick all the ass. This is
because we can all agree that we love
Hall of Fame.
Alex Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't hate Alex Smith unless you just
you can't even have neutral feelings about Alex Smith. We all agree that we love Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like he was our own child. Like he was our papa.
He's not just the feel-good story of the 2020 NFL season. He's the feel-good story of 2020.
He's a feel-good story of life.
Well, I don't know. There is Rudy. That's a pretty feel-good story.
I
No.
can't watch the Alex Smith movie.
Allen has always been better than Lamar Jackson at quarterbacking and almost as good as him at running backing. Running backing.
Just rush it.
Both ways. Saints.
What if Mahomes talks reading and playing 1 quarter and he tosses 4 more touchdowns? Well, he still won't have as many as Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers will still win.
And he's got more interceptions.
And he's still more interceptions than Aaron Rodgers.
Saints, Eagles,
Kamara. The football team, Eagles, the team formerly known as the Redskins.
Yes. So we're all in agreement that we love Alex Smith.
So
yes.
So the to the Chiefs fans, all I gotta say to
that's
them is
like all of them.
Yeah, to the Chiefs fans, all I gotta
Wait,
say
hold on. Make his face all big because he's.
Oh, sorry. Let me.
All right, go ahead.
So to the Chiefs fans in the comments, all I gotta say is you want Rodgers to win that MVP trophy because the MVP curse will kick in, and you guys will be the ones who win the game and get yourself the first back-to-back Super Bowl wins since the Patriots did it back in 2003-04.
Nah.
Curses don't happen to Patrick Mahomes.
you know what? He didn't win the Super Bowl when he was the MVP for regular season, but he did win the Super Bowl MVP the next year when he wasn't.
That's because Lamar Jackson had an insane year that shouldn't have happened. And that's because he didn't get to have the ball in overtime the year they didn't go to the Super Bowl.
The MVP curse is real.
It's not real.
Yeah.
So, yes, I can hear you clacking over there. What are you up to?
Well, just reminding everybody that following this, I will be playing Madden football. So check into Torm3nt3d Gam3ing. Just put 3s where the E's go and then add an E in gaming because spelling matters.
But he's Torm3nt3d Gam3ing. There is no G at the end.
Right. How much do the Patriots pay the refs?
Not as much as they used to. That's why they got all that cap space.
I just remembering that game where when Mahomes won the MVP and they didn't get into the Super Bowl. I remember why they didn't get in.
The AFC Championship game?
And then I watched those refs last night, and the way I put it to my Buffalo Bills friends was we could not get a pass interference call, and freaking Cole Beasley could have fucking filed a police report on those defensive backs. They were running them over before the ball ever got there. And we would just be in the vicinity, and they'd be like, flag, flag, flag.
I call that the undisciplined play of the Bills.
No, it's called the refs cheating for the Patriots. Like, you hear about the 12th man, you guys have the true 12th man.
So even in our worst season, we're still cheaters, and the refs are paid?
Yes. You guys, go back and watch it. We play the ball, and we get pass interference. We weren't even near you guys, and we got pass interference. And you guys ran us over. You guys ran Gabriel Davis on a deep one, and you ran him over before the ball got there. And I think the reason they didn't throw it because it wasn't catchable. It wasn't catchable because you tackled him 5 yards before the ball got there. My gosh.
Look, that is the Patriot way.
Sure.
That's been the Patriot way since 2000. And you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
They're going to start going Mahomes' way here in a little bit. Just watch it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's going to be the NFL's next darling.
All right. Well, you guys got anything else to talk about?
If your team hasn't gone to the playoffs this year, you'll be all right. There's always next year unless you're a Jets or Jags fan.
Yeah. Rebuilding Jets 2021.
Let's talk about the Jags for a second. They're going to reload. Are you kidding me? With a Trevor Lawrence to go ahead and lead them?
I have not actually ever watched a Trevor Lawrence game, so I hear he's amazing, but
he is good.
I'll believe it when I see it. He looks too much like sunshine for me.
I know what you're talking about.
You got the reference.
I got the reference.
So, I mean, I still think they should fire Marone in the offseason. Let a new coach come in with Trevor Lawrence. I think they already fired their GM, so it could be interesting there, depending on who they bring in as coach.
Find immediately to bring along with Trevor Lawrence, and that is go find this guy named Urban Meyer and say, look at this wonderful new team you get to build.
Didn't Urban Meyer already coach at the NFL level once?
I don't believe so. I think
no, he just keeps bouncing around colleges and cheating.
Oh, he's a cheater too?
I don't know, but there's always been something like he left Florida and there was some. I think they might have got some suspensions or something, and then he went to Ohio and then he's like, oh, my heart, I can't coach anymore. And then like a year later, he shows up, he's like, oh, I'm going to coach this awesome team. Oh, my heart, I can't coach anymore.
I'll tell you what is scary though. Rolling it next year, however the Dolphins end up, however good they are, however far they go in the playoffs, they have the 3rd overall draft pick next year.
They do.
True.
Plus whatever other first-round pick they get from their standings.
But is Tua their guy? I mean, are they really going to go all in on that one?
I mean, he could be a Josh Allen. He might need another year to develop, and he might come out crazy year 3. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know.
I wouldn't bail on him just yet.
Maybe he is. I don't see it.
Between the Dolphins, special teams kicking butt the way they have been, the defense still being stalwart, I think they should probably chase to a amazing tight end talent with that third round. Or
No, man, they what is Jaceki or whatever their guy is. He's an awesome tight end. He was the reason that
the box, man, you got to get more.
Nah, they need to get him a deep threat or a better running back. I think they have Galecki and Jaceki. I think there's a lot of Leckies on their team. But whoever they are, they have a good running back. They have a good tight end. Get him better receiving talent, and he'll be good. Or I don't know how their offensive line is. I really haven't watched too many games.
Not bad.
It's not terrible.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Urban Meyer's created Golden Arm Haskins.
Yeah, so he's going to come in, and he first says, "Forget Trevor Lawrence. I'm bringing Haskins in." But what if Trevor Lawrence stays in college another year?
Then the Jags and the Jets will suck again.
Do you think he will?
Not if he's going to the Jags.
Yeah.
I don't think it matter either way because money.
Well, no, he did. No, he did say he doesn't want to play for the Jets.
Who'd want to play for Adam Gase?
Joe Flacco.
Hold on.
No. No. Why are you putting lies on our screen?
You brought him up.
Why are you putting lies on our screen? All these lies.
All I can think of was just I don't think you realized what just happened. Like, you mentioned the name.
But Joe Flacco will play for Adam Gase just because at this point he's happy to play
Because
anywhere.
money. Same reason Trevor Lawrence would. Money.
Yeah, but Trevor Lawrence likes winning too.
They're going to come out and they're going to play football for whoever. I mean, the Jets are god awful, but you know what? Go make some money, and then all you have to do is suck in New York for a couple of years, and then they'll get rid of you like they are with Darnold. They're not now, but they would have Trevor Lawrence.
And they'll be washed up at 25, and you'll never succeed, but you'll have money.
All right, well, guys, we're almost an hour and 45 in, so I think that was a successful show.
Yeah,
Vern, thank you for joining us. I mean, it was a miracle that I let a Patriots fan on here, but I think it turned out all right.
The better red, white, and blue team.
Better than the Texans, sure.
Oh, listen.
Or the
Did you see my
Titans.
You are not better than the Titans. Get the fuck out of here. One of you is going to the playoffs and one ain't.
One of them
So right now, with your lineup, you're better than the Jets.
And the Jags. And the Lions.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Lions might be able to beat them. Depends on if Stafford's starting. Anyway, thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it. I'm going to kick you off now, but it's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
Oh, Matt.
He's still here.
He's watching, but he is with you, not with me.
That's what I say. He's still here.
Flacco goes to the Patriots in 2021. I will be worried
I would be worried. That'd be hilarious.
because he will be mad bombing everywhere.
Yeah, to the other team all the time.
I would like that. I would like that very much.
I know. Because then you guys would lock out the division again.
Oh, I think we're going to lock it up anyway. I don't care what they do.
Patrick, that needs to be fixed.
What are you talking about? It looks fine to me.
You know damn well what I'm talking about.
It looks fine. Here, wait. I can fix it right now. Give me a second. Click that off. We go over here. No, we go back over here. Boom.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Matt, I think it was a good show.
It was. I mean,
Back.
biased, but still, it's a good show.
No, it was solid. We'll come back. We got one more regular season. So next week will be our playoff.
Yes, our playoff predictions. Wild card weekend.
And it might actually not be, almost 2 hours long. We might be able to get through them.
Only have 6 games to cover.
Yeah. But, really the picks aren't the problem. It's the review. So the one after might be better.
Yeah.
Because we'll have to review all these games, and I'll have to sit and talk about how awesome the Bills were.
I hope so.
Oh, I hope so too. But, at this point, it doesn't matter. Oh, man, hold on. There's a comment just came through.
Yeah, I saw that.
Boom! I like that we have a group of people that all understand that you're Archibald, and it makes me happy.
But I'm not.
So anything you want to say to anybody before we go?
Yeah, just if you like the show, tell your friends and family about us. If you don't like the show, tell your friends and family about us.
And if you don't like it, just make sure you send all complaints to Matthew A. Ahlers at gmail.com.
Yes, Matthew A. Ahlers at gmail.com. Send all the complaints there.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. This was Up the Gut, a New Year's miracle. We'll see you guys next Wednesday at 6:30.